Hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to The Long Dark. We've completed most of the challenges that I've wanted to complete, at least with this game, and we could go ahead and do the Dark Walker, we could go ahead and do a couple of the other ones, but I find them a little bit not challenging for as far as gameplay is concerned. So I think what we're going to do for a little while anyways, is something that I've been kind of wanting to do, is I want to do a survival mode system, survival mode a person. We're going to attempt to do an interloper character. Attempt in of the fact that I'm going to start another one after I have 4 or 5 of them open now, but we're going to go ahead and start an interloper character. And what I want to do is I want to take an interloper character from day 0 to say about day 100 and try to just get to that point without having too much of a problem. So, problem with Interloper is of course, it's the hardest difficulty in the game next to actually playing as the Dead Sleep permanently. So we're going to only be allowed 2 active feats. So I'm going to take the 2 active feats that I take all the time, which is going to be Snowwalker, which is allow me to be able to recharge my stamina bar just a little bit quicker, and I am going to take Cold Fusion. Now, if you're planning on doing an interloper fairly short interloper, less than 50 days or less than 100 days, highly suggest taking either Fire Master or Efficient Machine instead. But because we're going to be at least 100 days, I'm going to take Cold Fusion. And the reason why I'm going to take Cold Fusion is because when day 50 hits, that +4 bonus is going to make a big difference on our everyday lives. So we're going to activate that. We're going to hit confirm. And we're going to make this a through once again. Make sure you spell it correctly this time. And let's see what we get. So, yes, we're going to try very simple. The thing about Loper is that you do not get a choice to where you spawn. And, of course, for those of you guys that don't know, it is a lot harder to play. There's not nearly as much loot. There's not any guns. It's all, well, usable guns. And you have to craft all of your tools and your weapons. So let's see where it's going to put us. Ah, that's my favorite one. Extinction is the rule, survival is the exception. Carl Sagan. Oh, perfect. All right, cool. There are several spawn points, several spawn regions. If you guys don't know where we are right now, we are in Timberwolf Mountain, and I need to remember which side of the mountain I need to run down off of right now. I think it's over here. Yes. We're going to get to a safe spot really quickly, and then we're going to go from here. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about how we do this. We just spawned up on the spot right up here. The pathway is where the log bridge heading up to the second, the rope climb over here. That's the hill you spawn on. And we're running over to what would be called Three-Way Cave, because that is the best spawn pretty much next to one of my other favorite ones, which is in Pleasant Valley. So this is an amazing spawn. This is an excellent place. So once again, like in As the Dead Sleep, we're going to try to pick everything we can and be kind of quick about stuff, but at least this time we don't have to worry about getting too terribly cold. So this is the Three-Way Cave. The reason why we call it Three-Way Cave is because it has 3 entrances, exits, whatever. Oops, excuse me. And if you spawn there, that is your first interesting thing. You're going to get a torch, and you're going to get the first guaranteed pack of matches that you're going to get when you come in here. So if you spawn up on that hill, you head straight for this area immediately. And we get some peaches, and we get a book. So let's go ahead and grab a piece of firewood since we have some, warm up, get us a little bit of stuff going, and talk for a second. So, same old standard thing. We're going to light it with a fire or torch, and I forgot I need to make some tinder. Go ahead and make tinder out of that stick. Excellent. And now start the fire. And we'll start it with a stick. Thank you. Wonderful. Alrighty then, so that's the excellent spot. That's the excellent spawn. That's the spawn I wanted. I hate to say it, I want to spawn in Timberwolf Mountain on Interloper, or I want to spawn in Pleasant Valley on Interloper, or I want to spawn in somewhere over by Hush River, Milton area, or I should say Forlorn Muskeg. So we're going to toss a couple of things down. I'm going to put this out. and we're going to do a little housekeeping really quickly. Because we don't have any water currently, and we're not warming up right now. Okay, we're finally warming up. Good deal. We actually need those rocks. Come here, rocks. I need you. Stones, whatever. So let's talk about Loper real quick. Let's talk about the start of Loper real quick. The reason why I ran down here is because we need to look at our inventory right now. I don't normally get matches, so those are our first matches that you're going to get. In Interloper, you do not start with matches, unlike every other thing that you have, other difficulty. You also don't get a bedroll. You don't get any tools. You don't get a pot. You don't get any water. You don't get any food. We just found this. I'm going to hang on to this for just a little bit, just for a second, because we don't need to be doing anything with it right now. We're not starving. We're okay for the moment. So what I need to do first off is I need to make some water, because we don't have any. And I am going to pick that up. Pick it up. Thank you. And we're going to take a torch. Come on, mouse. How many do you want? It's 10 seconds. Can I get it? I want it. No. Yep, thank you. Okay. I almost got it. I almost got it. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the other torch. So we'll do this to there. And light it, please. Now, it is possible, if you are very careful, to summit from here if you want to. However, we're not going to do that. I'm going to go try to get into the Mountaineer's hut just as quickly as we possibly can, because we need, first off, we need to have some shelter, and we need to have a place to stay. So, there's a couple of ways to get down. There's a couple of ways to get where we need to go. We're going to go through the cave over here very carefully, very quickly. So, from here on out of there, I'm headed out of the, I'm guessing this is the southern exit. I don't know which exit it is, but it's the one that heads towards this transition cave over here. Now, our goal, as far as this is concerned, and what I want to try to do today is, basically, we're going to go to the mountaineering hut and see what we get. We need to kind of keep cognizant of where our tools are going to be. Right now, we're completely and totally at the mercy and the will of the animals and the weather. We have no clothes. Frostbite is a thing that's going to happen, or possibly happen, or think about. And again, we don't have a place to sleep, so we need to be able to find either a bed or a bedroll as soon as possible. Now, the only real problem with the Timberwolf Mountain spawn is the nearest bedroll possibly is going to be in Pleasant Valley. So we're going to go in this cave here, and we're going to walk to the other side of the mountain. And the reason why I want to go in this cave is because this cave could possibly have some goodies for us. So let's see what we got. We're going to follow all the paths because I want as much coal as I can get in my hands. No. Let's go the other way. Now, I think you're going to see a different side of how we play things, especially considering how we did As It Had Sleep and how I've done some of the other challenges. This is when I can hoard. This is when I can pick things up. This is when I can keep things. This is when I can do stuff. So we're just going to try to collect as much usable stuff as we possibly can while we're wandering around. I need as much of that coal as I can get in my hands right now because it's our only easy way of warming up quickly. And I'm trying not to get lost while I'm in here. As well as trying to maintain a little bit of health, or I should say stamina. It's the middle of the day, we got all day to do things and all kinds of stuff to do stuff, and I'm already turned around, that's good. Yep, that's the exit, good deal, nice. But yeah, we're just gonna try to pick some stuff up and try to get through the cave system here reasonably well. If I recall correctly, I'm looking for a passageway that heads upwards. Now, normally what you would do if you don't take the other route around is this cave will take you down to that cave that we were just in, and that will also take you around to the rope climb that, you know, the first rope climb that goes up to the second rope climb that goes up to the deer clearing area. Now, we're going to be coming back here. We're probably going to be coming back to Timberwolf very quickly, mainly because in Interloper, the materials, the clothing, the food, all of that stuff will deteriorate considerably faster than in other difficulties. So makes quite a bit of sense to try to get what you can get as quickly as possible. So let's keep gathering our stuffs. We got a nice big torch or long torch to use, and we have a dead man over here with another book. Beautiful. Chips, thank you. Now we are going to practice until we get a little heavy. We are going to practice the I'm going to starve myself instead of trying to get well fed, unless, and this is a massive unless, we end up with a ton of food. It's possible to get well fed right off the bat, and depending on what we end up with when we get to the well, I need to go this way, when we get to the other side of the hill over here and we get down to the Mountaineer's hut, we'll see how we feel. We're short on tools, and I'm hoping when we come out of here and we get down to the hut that we're going to get some stuff that's going to help us out. So let's see here very carefully. That's the engine. We can go up around the corner over here. I want to stick my head around the corner over here and pick some stuff. We're going to end up taking some damage due to the cold, which is fine. We'll be able to recover it. Stick. Stick. Cattails anywhere?
I hate being cold, because I really do.
You always say that. Do all the pickings of all the needfuls and the stuff. We're out in the wilderness right here. I mean, we're you guys know how far away from town we are. All right, I want to take the safest way back to the cabin. At least the most reasonably safest way. The one where I don't have to deal with wolves or the bear. At least as many wolves. We're probably going to stop and make a fire here really quick. I guess I could cook a rabbit. Right now, I'm not worried about the food. Yeah, I know. I need some more torches. Let's make another torch. Should have made a few more torches before we left, but that's okay. We should be able to get a fire started.
Fire.
It's going. I knew you were going to fail, and now I have to make another stinking tinder. Begin crafting. I just want one more torch, because this one's not going to last us much longer. Start, please. Come on, seriously?
Fire.
I hate early game with this. Come on.
Come on, little fire.
Yes, we know. Please start. All right, cool. Put that out. We're going to toss that on there. And take torch. Put it out. And take a torch. Put it out. Are we going to warm up in here? No. Not likely. If I toss some coal on there, we'd warm up. We're going to have to be really careful, too, because we'll end up with, not hypothermia, but frostbite. And I don't want frostbite. So let's grab a bunch of these. I should have tossed some coal on that. Instead, we'd be warm right now. Let's go. Now, I'm going to go up and around the corner over here. There's one wolf we may have to play with. But if I go around the other corner over there, there's a bear and several wolves. So let's try to go this way. We have time. First couple of minutes usually of these these are rather stressful, so we're gonna do our due diligence and pick some sticks up because we need them. We haven't gotten our cabin fever. I keep wanting to say cabin fever. Frostbite warning yet, so we're okay at that point. Hypothermia is getting thick. That's fine. We'll live. Pick it up. Stick. Pick all of the things. Everything you see. Pick every single one of the things. For one, you're not going to find near as much medicine as well. And two, as I've stated before, every single one of these teas you cook counts towards your cooking skills. So the thing, especially in Loper, you need to get your cooking skills up as quickly as possible. All right, I'm going to go do the dirty. We're going to run right down the front of the mountain over here. That, and there's also more stuff up here, so I want to make sure I pick as many teas as I can. Notice the crates are not here. One of the many ways to go, actually, is down into Echo Canyon and then possibly over into, you know, as close as we are, we probably should have gone to Hush. We're going to come over here and see if we can get a coat. We may just go to Hush River, mainly because I know I can get a couple of arrowheads over there. Down, 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 down. But I need to get some food, and yes, occasionally there's a coat over here, so we need to get to a safe spot to get warmed up. Throw it. Let's get a new one. Thank you. We're losing bleeding health quickly. There they are. Food. No, you need those. Pick them up. This is why you pick rocks up. Come on. Get. Now, there's a bunch of cattails around this lake. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick those, and we're going to run across to the bridge over here, the little dock, and get inside the cabin and warm up a little bit. All right, let's go. Now, once we get over here, we can start a fire, we can do a few things, and we can talk about how we're going to manage our character. Don't put it out. Open the door. Close the door. Always close this door. Always, always, always close this door. That is your second set of guaranteed matches in Timberwolf Mountain. So now we have plenty of matches. Let's start a fire. And then we can look around in here. I think I didn't see what I didn't want to see. I mean, I didn't get to see what I was expecting to see, which is not here.
Come on, little fire.
Light a fire. We need to warm up before we get frostbite. Thank you. Put this out. Add fuel. Sure. And one of those and some water. Always make water. Anytime you light a fire in Interloper, make water. Yes, please. Yes, please. What do we get? Nothing. Oh, well, that's cool. Excellent. What do we get? A candy bar. Can I have it, please? Thank you. And do we get it? No. Okay, cool. What do we got? How good was it? 51%. That'll work for now. All right, so we're going to. I was gonna say we were gonna maybe we were going to head straight to. I don't need you. Head straight to Hush River. We're not gonna head straight to Hush River. We're right next to the plane crash. We need to go to the plane crash in Pleasant Valley as quickly as possible. And I said make water, and I didn't click make water. Alrighty then. So for those of you that do not understand how some of this stuff works with the way the Long Dark measures your health, we're going to talk about this while we make water. Of course, the cold meter is just telling you how cold it is outside, and currently next to this fire it is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. If I go outside, it is going to be 19. So that's a considerable change. In Loper, it's colder all the time, and certain measured bars, these bars basically change quicker. They go down faster. Certain things affect them faster. Certain things are just worse on you than they would be in, say, Stalker or Pilgrim or Voyager. So this bar right here, this chilled or this temperature meter, is going to be the one that is going to affect your health the most if you can manage to keep your hunger up. So tired, chill, or I should say temperature and awakeness are usually going to be the two that are going to hurt you the most. Temperature, it's like an instant 2 or 3% reduction as soon as that goes to red, and it's like 2 or 3% down per hour after that. So it's going to be loud, annoying, and noisy in this place today, isn't it? So anyhow, we're going to make a little bit of water. We're going to warm up. We're going to do that again because we don't have any water. And I want to try to warm my poor character up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and craft 2 of those. That'll take 30 minutes. And you should be about done. Pick that up, do that again. Cook. Got 33 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and toss a stick or 2 on that fire and do this again. Oh, you will be fine, honey. We're not spending the night here. We'll freeze to death in this thing. Can I make 2? No, I can only make 1. Go ahead. We will freeze to death in this thing if we stay here. So I don't want to freeze to death. I can make 1 more. Let's make 1 more. Now, like we did in As the Dead Sleep, we're going to make teas and utilize them to stay warm for the first little bit. So cook, put him down, give it another piece of fuel. Cook, and let's do that one. Whoop, I didn't want to do that. How much fire have we got now? 11 minutes. Let's pick that up. We're going to take that torch. I don't think we're going to be able to keep a torch lit outside, but I'm going to go ahead and drink that down, and I'm going to drink it down to about right there. That'll warm us up. Senior Bear, we got a storm coming. We're leaving. I need to get out of here, and I need to get to a place where we're going to be remotely safe and warm. I also need to collect some of those. Any more? Man, the wind is loud. The game is mad. Oh, did I get my... Hang on a minute, dummy. Did you pick it up? You did. Okay. Excellent. There's one. All right, so we're going to walk out of here. We're going to try... very carefully to not die in the first couple of days. I was really, and I mean really hoping for a hacksaw in the mountaineering hut. Because if we would have got a hacksaw in the mountaineering hut, we likely would have gone and done a little bit more messing around in this area. Because of all the containers that exist in this area, we could have had quite a few things going on. So you're already cold. Drink that. Again, I'm going to wait till it's about right there. Basically what that does is it makes it a teeny tiny tea. And like I've said before in the other, probably in the last series, that two of the teas, the reishi teas or the reishi teas or whatever, and the rosehip teas, when you drink them for the needed medication, it is the finishing of the drink that actually does the completion of the thing. So like if you end up with pain, it's the completion of drinking it that solves or ends the pain. It doesn't matter how much you drink, it's only that much. So what you can do with those is you can use them to supplement your food and also drink them down to where they don't weigh a whole crap ton. So normally they're quite a bit, but if you drink them down to where they're just a little teeny tiny little bite, when you get to the end of it, it still works. Now, do not do that with the birch bark tea. Don't do it with the coffee, and do not do it with the herbal teas, because those all work on how much of the tea you drank. So, yeah. And pick up every stick you can. But we're getting out of here. We're going to go to where we're going to have a bed. And we're going to hope that we get some good stuff down here. It is stinking cold out here, isn't it? Yes, it is. I don't know why I haven't gotten a frostbite thing yet, but I guess we managed to stay above freezing long enough. Oh, your place to rest is right down here. Let's just go ahead and take the rope. We're going to take a nap downstairs. I'm going to grab that piece of wood while we're at it. Go. Okay, now that's what I was waiting on. As soon as you do that, we're going to go ahead and pop a little bit of water and get rid of that hopeful thing there. Yeah, I was wondering if that wasn't going to do that to me because I picked up that stuff. Let's see, can I drop you? And we'll drop you. Okay, now we're good to go. I just wanted to kind of come over here and rest a second. We don't need to worry about those. They're fine. I was going to take the other way down, but I figured, hey, the rope's here. We'll just use the rope. We're fine. It's not like we're going to fall off of it. Cool. All right. Now, the thing you're going to, like I said, you're going to find out about Loper is the first 3 or 4 days are going to be way worse than any of the other difficulties. So you're going to end up fighting cold, you're going to end up fighting tiredness, you're going to end up fighting food and water and all that kind of problems. I was really hoping we would get a pot right there, but I guess not once again. So grab all the wood, take it inside with you. We're exhausted now, we can't do anything, that's fine. Cool. All right, we made it down, and it's going to be a little dark in here. I apologize. Piece of cloth, a book. Wonderful. Is these guys going to be locked? There's never anything in them, but Okay. Nothing. Locked. Do all of the checking, looking around, seeing if we got anything. No. And no. Okay. How much water do we currently have? We have 33. What was it? A quarter of a liter, half a liter, quarter of a liter, something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Half a liter, something. I don't work in that system. My brain can't register those. So, all right. Now, we're going to start with the next thing. We're pretty dang stinking tired, but we're going to do a little bit of maintenance right now. I should actually be able to... I don't really want to fix anything, I should say, on that part of it. What I want to do is I want to make sure that anything that we have available to craft is crafted before we go to bed. Oh, that's amazing. We got 2 fire starting books. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead craft this. We just have 1.
Oh, I'm starving.
You will be fine. And I want to at least make sure I craft 1 of those. Hot tip about old man wound beard dressing is it weighs less to leave it uncrafted than it does if it's crafted. Unlike all of these in here, these all weigh less if you craft them. So craft your teas, but only craft what you think you're going to need for old man's wound dressing stuff, because they actually weigh less before you craft them. All right, so we got a little bit of food. We don't have a massive amount of food. What we're going to be concerned with as far as bedtime in this. Now, Interloper is going to be similar to what we did with before, however you're going to play this. I am going to not try to obtain well-fed until we have a reasonable source of food. We don't have a reasonable source of food. We're not in a zone where we're going to have a reasonable source of food at this point. So I am going to consume... right here, because of the fact that I didn't take the efficient machine, I took the other 2 bonuses. We need to have about 800 calories to get through the night, generally speaking. So I have 390, 400 right now. We're going to eat enough to get us up there, which means I'm going to eat that. That number is going to be 600 there, so we need to go ahead and eat. I'm going to go just eat that thing, get rid of it for right now. Generally, you want to be about right there, right at the end of the little stomach thingy. So if we're looking here, we should be about 900 calories. That was a little too much. That's fine. We're going to drink some water. We're going to sleep for 10 hours exactly. 10 hours in Loper is enough that you will just run out of water by the time you wake up. See? And I should be able to sleep the rest of the night.
To find food.
Calories stored, calories burned. We may have to actually eat a little bit more. Let's eat a little more. We'll have one of those. Just want to get rid of these things. Get rid of the food that doesn't keep. And then we're going to sleep again for as long as it'll let us. And I guess with that blizzard, we're going to call the episode. So, next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to head out of here into the plane crash, head down towards the farmers, should say the farmstead, and see what's up there. But right now, I'm not going to sit there and fool around with it. So, I guess, guys, this is going to be I was hoping to go a little bit more than 40 minutes, but I'm not going to sit there and play around with that. We're going to do these in about 30-minute episodes. We're just going to kind of play them. I'm going to relax, and I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Right now, I have a Blizzard, Standard, Pleasant Valley. The goal is to get as much of the goodies out of Pleasant Valley as we possibly can and go to the Forge so we can use this thing. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Of course, it has to be a blizzard.